Hey y'all, I just got off of work. I'm tired as hell. But I guess I'm gonna make another video real quick about another prison story. And it's about something that happened to my cellmate, who was actually, he was my friend too. I became friends with him. But he was a little strange. I'm not gonna say his name, but he was affiliated, so I'm gonna call him HR. Because what he's affiliated with here in Indiana, we got different organizations, and that's the initials of what he's affiliated with. So I'm gonna call him HR. So my homie HR, I met him when I was in there. He was real cool. Like, he'd always be making like snacks and stuff, like cookie bars, and selling them. Like, he was a hustler. You know, he was in there for a couple years at that point. He had, like, I think, like 8 more years to go on some burglaries, like a string of burglaries. And like, people, they fucked with him, they liked him, but he was kind of off the wall. Like, he was kind of out there. So when I first met him, he was chill, he was cool. Like, he would be like, he'd pull up on me, "Hey, Kane," because he liked me. He was like, and a lot of people in there like me. They like me hanging around them, and they'd pull up. "Hey, you want to go smoke a square? You want to go smoke a square?" So he always used to smoke squares too. So he would get one and pull up on me randomly. And at first, when I met him, I'm like, "Man, why you keep on coming in? Like, are you trying to, like, groom me or what?" So I'm kind of freaked out about him at first, but it wasn't like that. He was just chill as hell. He was cool, and he liked my personality. So, we became friends. He'd pull up on me, and, "Hey, bro, I got a square. You want to go smoke? I just made these cookie bars, man. You want to try one?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, eat it." That's when it's basically a cake. You make like different snacks and you cook it in the microwave. It's a lot to it. I'm not gonna get into it right now. But so you know, me and him became real cool. And then I would be getting squares. And I'll pull up on him to return the favor. "Hey, bro, you want to go blow this square real quick in the bathroom?" He'd be like, "Hell yeah." Well, he had a cellmate. He got into it with a cellmate, his old cellmate. So we had like two wings, right? You got a long stretch of hall with cells with no doors on them, and then you got an open dorm. So it's a big ass dorm, and you got the open dorm with racks lined up, like 100 racks, and you got the cells, the wings. We and we was on the kitchen dorm, like, so it was mixed with people that was idle, like disciplinary idle, people that would get in trouble. They'd put them there, but mostly it was made up of workers, like rec workers, kitchen workers, dorm detail, stuff like that. So um, I ended up getting into it with somebody. I had a cellmate. I got into it with him or something. I forget what happened. But I'm like, "Man, fuck that." I'm like, one of us got to go. So we're getting ready to bump. Well, next thing you know, I see my homie HR. He's across the hallway, and he just kicked his cellmate out because he was smoking tune in there, and he didn't want that. He was like, "Bro, that shit stinks, bro. I need you to roll the fuck up out of here." You know what I'm saying? We ain't having that in my cell. I want my shit clean, smell good. Then all of a sudden, he's sitting in the dark, sitting there all mad, like, because he was always. So I didn't know this about him at first. He used to always be like, "Did you hear that? They talking shit. They talking shit. Ooh, they just walk past talking shit." I'm like, "I don't hear nobody talking shit." But the whole time I'm thinking, like, maybe somebody was talking shit. Like, maybe he's into it with somebody. Then I put two and two together, and I realized that he hears voices, right? But he was still cool as hell, but he heard voices. Um, I see him across the hallway. I pull up on him. "What's up, bro? What you want, man?" He's like, "Shit, nothing, bro. I'm about to go poke dude up." I'm like, "Man, don't do that shit, bro." I'm like, "What, your cellmate? Like, why is the cell empty now? You in here by yourself?" He's like, "Yeah, bro." He's like, "Matter of fact, bro, you should move in here with me because I don't want no weird ass people and tune heads coming in here." And you know what I mean? So I'm like, "I bet," because I don't like my celly anyway. So I'm like, "I'm gonna go grab my stuff. I'm gonna come over here." And he was cool as hell. He was like, "You can have the bottom rack, all of this." So I'm like, "Bet." He puts his stuff on the top. I put my stuff on the bottom. I put my box under there, right? So actually, my homie from prison is calling right now. I can't answer that. I'm sorry, Joe. But so he just threw me off at that. So So he goes on top. I'm on the bottom. I put my. So when you go to prison, you get a lock box, like a big. It's like a tote, and that's where you put your commissary, your clothes, stuff like that, personal things. So I slide mine under there. You got a padlock on it. So you got like this square piece with a hole in it, and then on the actual box you got like a loop, like a metal loop, and on the square piece it's a metal piece with a hole in it. It's locked to a chain and locked like to a like a lock, like a padlock. And you take that and you put it in there and you lock your box like that. So I put it under there, and everything's going cool. We're chilling, we're smoking squares, we're making food, we're kicking it, Well, next thing you know, he starts hearing the voices again, and he's getting into it with everybody. Like, people will walk past, he'd be like, he wasn't scared of nobody. You would walk past, what, bitch? What you say? All right, I got you, ho. He would go to the cell and pull his shank out. So we got to a point where I'm like, hey, bro. I'm like, bro, they didn't say nothing, bro. He's like, I don't hear voices, bro. I know, I'm listening. I hear them, bro. They're talking shit, bro. I'm like, no, they're not. I'm like, you're tripping, man. I'm like, I'm not saying you're crazy, but you're tripping, man. They was not saying that. You're just probably mad. He's like, no, I know what I'm talking about. So our poles, our shanks, we would put magnets on them. And like a furnace, like a register would be on the back wall of the cell, and it's metal. So up under there, we would slap our knives up under there, and so the police wouldn't when they raid the cells, they wouldn't find them. You'd have to literally go up under there and pull it out. So every time that he would hear voices or think somebody's talking shit, he would go in there and he would grab his and he would sit there in the chair in the corner in the dark like this, rocking back and forth, looking at the cell door. I go in there, I'm like, man, this is getting a little too crazy for me. Next thing you know, one day, this one kid walks past, this light-skinned kid. He's walking past, and he was a crash out, and he was always high, and he was walking past, and he's got a ski mask on, like made out of a state beanie, orange beanie, with holes cut in the eyes. And he's walking past, and he's on some crazy shit with a state coat on. People would put state coats on, like the puffy coats, to deflect. Like if you get stabbed, they would put it on for extra protection. So he's walking past, and my cellmate, my homie, he's coming out the cell, and he's talking shit. And he's woo woo. These motherfuckers talking shit. I'm just watching everything. I'm just like, man, these motherfuckers is crazy in here. So next thing you know, the crash out with the ski mask, the light skinned kid's walking past. He turns around. He said, "What you say, bitch?" Like that. And my homie, my cellmate, he's like, "Man, what you trying to do?" They both they both pull their bangers out, and they're like, "What's up?" They're squaring up in the hallway. I go grab him. I'm like, "Nah, bro." I'm like, "Bro, get your ass in the cell." He's like, "Nah, I'm gonna get him. So it transpired into this whole beef with the kid that had the light skinned kid with the ski mask, his homie, little short black dude with glasses, a couple more people, and I'm in the cell with HR. I'm in there. I'm telling them, bro, you're tripping, bro. Like, this could have been avoided. Like you came out the cell. I'm trying to be the voice of reason, but he ain't hearing it. He's already off. He's already got his mind made up. He's trying to go bang it out with this dude. Nothing comes to it. All night, like we're sitting there waiting to hear anything. We don't hear nothing. One of my homies, he wasn't really my homie. He was my tattoo man. He pulled up on me, and he was always iced out too. He pulled up on me. He's finishing a tattoo on me. And then we got the lights out just in case anybody run up in there so we have the upper advantage. We got the lights out just in case anybody runs up in there. They're coming into the dark, but our eyes already adjusted. The dude's doing a tattoo on me, and they make flashlights in there with the LED lights, like the strips from the bathroom. So he's got like it strapped to the tattoo gun. He's like, bzzz. I'm sitting there, I'm getting my shit tatted. And I'm sitting there just talking to HR like, bro, just chill, bro. I said, nothing's going to happen. Well, he's like, nah, bro, I know something's going to happen. And all of a sudden, the dude doing my tattoo looks up, and he said, yeah, bro. And he looks over at the door, and he's like, don't say nothing. And we're like, what? Don't say what? He goes up to the door. He looks out the door. He looks around, makes sure nobody's listening, comes back, starts doing the tattoo. He said, yeah, they're coming in here tonight. And I look over at him at HR. I'm like, he looks at me. And then he was like, what you mean they're coming in here tonight? And the dude doing my tattoo was like, they're coming in here to stab you, bro. So be ready. I fuck with you. He looks over at the door again. He's like, don't say I said nothing. Bzzz. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, so I'm sitting there, I'm getting tatted. I'm like, what you mean? So I'm about to crash out. I'm like, motherfuckers want to come in my cell and stab my homie in my cell? He's like, no, bro, it's not you. He's still doing that. He's like, not you, bro. They don't want you. They fuck with you and this and that. They're going to stab him, bro. So just be ready. I'm like, man, fuck that. I said, this is my homie and he's in my cell. No other grown-ass man is going to run in my cell, stab my homie, and me just sit there and just, you know. Even though my homie's a crash out and he's a little crazy, we're cellmates. We share the same space. And I fuck with dude, you know. Like, even though he's wrong about certain shit, I fuck with him. Like, I'm not allowing that. That would be some hoe shit for me. Like, that would be some bogus shit for me to just sit back and be like, damn, bro, you getting stabbed. I ain't cut like that, bro. I'm cut from a cloth that's tough. Like, I'm not sitting back watching that happen, bro. I'm all about morality and everything. He never stabbed nobody. He would try to bump with people, and everybody else in there was stabbing. He was bumping. They were stabbing. So you're not gonna run in my cell, stab him in front of me, get blood all over all my shit, and just think I'm gonna be cool with it, and be like, yeah, bro, y'all stabbed him, bro. Yeah, that was crazy. I ain't like that, bro. No, you're gonna have to stab me too, with him, and I'm gonna stab you. Like, we're gonna go tag for tag in here. So I get my tattoo finished. Dude that did the tattoo, he's tweaking. He's like, bro, don't say I said nothing. We're like, man, get your hoe ass out of here. We ain't saying nothing. Like, bro, but thanks for letting us know. So both of us, me and my homie HR, we put our boots on. Boom. We get booted up. We're sitting there all night long. I got 2 knives on me. He's got his big ass knife on him, and we're waiting. Nothing's coming of it, bro. We waited till like 3 in the morning, waiting. And we're just like, bro, finally, I'm like, man, these motherfuckers ain't coming. I look over here, they ain't coming, bro. And he's like, man, they might. I'm like, bro, it's been like forever. We've been sitting here waiting all damn night. I'm getting tired, bro. I'm ready to go to sleep. And he's like, you're right, they probably ain't gonna do shit. And I'm like, so what you wanna do? You wanna go to sleep? I'm asking you, cause you're the target, bro. You let me know. And he's like, we'll wait a little bit longer. And then we waited about 20 minutes. Finally, we decided to lay down. Second part coming.